Uh, where do you guys want to start? Well, first of all, I guess we could say welcome back to the barn session.
I was like, "Are you not gonna?"
Well, I thought we ditched that anyway. Doing
I mean,
introductions.
it doesn't have to be a full scheduled intro, but yeah, I just want to welcome everybody to the show.
I'm
Hey, if you're
looking at
watching,
I'm looking at your notes, and I want to know what you mean by Wisconsin has a pulse.
we'll talk about that. We can get there. We'll get there. Relax.
Well, you said where do you want to start? Why don't we start?
We'll
with
start
that?
there. We'll start there. Nebraska and Wisconsin wrestled, and they got a win at 125 and 133, and that looked good. And
all right. Well, context.
Well, I didn't want to provide all the context in the notes because I just wanted to use that to get started.
I mean, context for our listeners. They got to win at 125 because
Lauritsen was wrestling instead of Smith.
Yeah.
But Van D lost to Zanfuja. Zanfuja beat him. Okay. And Pinto needed a Jonesy tilt to beat Condon.
Is it really Fugget?
No, there's no way.
I don't think so, but that's what Moffitt and I call it. So call him. Moffitt's like, he's my favorite wrestler in the NCAA just because of his name. And I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I want to start with this part because I think it's kind of negative, but we need to get it out of the way. And it's the situation that's going on with the Edmond North girls team, the high school team there. I'm guessing most people who are nerds about wrestling have heard about this, but I'm going to just read out the article, or at least the highlights of it so that people understand what exactly is going on. So the Oklahoma Secondary School Activities Association, so it's OSSAA, suspended Edmond North High School girls wrestling program, citing 2 egregious acts of unsportsmanlike conduct, which Edmond Public Schools confirmed resulted from the actions of a parent.
I thought it was 2 different parents. It's just one singular parent?
I don't know. I can't tell if it means one parent or each act was an unsportsmanlike act from a parent. So I can't tell if it's 2 different parents, whatever. Either way.
Regardless.
News 9 spoke with a parent who claimed responsibility for one of the incidents in question. So that makes it sound like there's 2. The parent shared that he was ejected from his daughter's wrestling match after using profanity towards a referee. Okay.
I mean, towards is strong too. I mean, maybe not towards the referee, but more towards the situation.
If he said that's effing bullshit or something like that.
Yeah, it's like
Now if he says ref, you're effing stupid or something like that.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Well, and even still though, how are you going to suspend a team for the rest of the season, for the actions of a fan? Come on.
So I want to break this down a little bit, right? Because they explained this rule has been in place for 3 years now. This is the first time that we've had to use the rule as an association.
Well,
so I want to break it down, right? So you have a team of high school wrestlers, and they go out and they compete, they wrestle, and what they've decided to do is remove them from the opportunity to go and compete and this goal that they've been working towards, right? The Edmond North girls team is pretty good from what I read. They've removed the opportunity for them to go compete, especially in the postseason, to go, finish out their goals. And that's not because of, if the wrestlers were causing problems, that makes sense, right? But due to something that none of the athletes themselves could control, not even the coaches can control, it's an outside factor. But because of that, the association's like, yeah, just get rid of these girls because that's going to solve their problem. Even though, because they're kicked out doesn't mean parents can't show up to whatever event and still cause problems.
Yeah, just ban the parent. I mean, ban the parent for the rest of the season. Teach them a lesson. It's the sins of the father, not the sins. You know what I mean? It's terrible.
So, yeah,
what are we doing?
This needs to be the moniker that everybody.
We got referees ejecting entire fan bases from duels, and now we got organizations suspending teams for parents' actions. Come on, man.
That's dumb in a different way. This is problematic because
It's all soft.
What everybody should follow if they're involved in this in any sport, right? Whether you're part of the administration behind it, you're a parent, you're an athlete, you're a coach, you're an athletic trainer, whatever your role is in the entire scope or the entire ecosystem, your rule number one should really be, well, keep them safe, right? But then rule number two should be let them compete. They provide them as many opportunities to go out and do whatever it is that they want to do, right? From the wrestling perspective or competition perspective, because this can be applied to all sports. So for this to happen, it feels like it's really, really, really stupid, and they're appealing it. I don't know if that's gonna pay off in any reasonable measure, but I think it's just, I have this at the top because, like, last week it felt really stupid to hear about the reasoning behind why Cleveland State was dropped as a wrestling program, and now this is happening, and it just feels like I don't know, maybe wrestling is the what people, I just see a lot of dumb things happen from people who don't really, I guess maybe they don't get it, right? I don't know. It's frustrating. So hopefully they're able to compete, but yeah.
They will. They're appealing it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, postseason starts for them soon. Like, there's a whole process, and if anybody on that board just doesn't want to deal with it, then they're just not going to deal with it.
Well, then they're going to be dealing with some lawsuits, I'm sure.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, all right, you can either let them wrestle, or you're gonna, like, there's going to be at least one or two parents that are going to be suing.
Yeah, it's also just, when you think about it, like, all of these decisions are made by people. You know?
Yeah, dumb people.
Because I kind of just wonder, like, how did we end up here? You know, and it's always just based on people and what they choose to do. So it's just, I don't know. It's frustrating, but
I don't. Yeah, who knows what goes down? Who knows if someone was paid to make these decisions, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, where do you guys want to go from here?
We can get into some of the results. I guess the big duel, Penn State, Iowa.
Let's talk about. Yeah, we can do that, or we can talk about NC. I would much rather talk about NC State over North Carolina.
I have it on here.
I see it.
Okay. Let's get through
and then go into the big.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up NC State UNC. I looked at it briefly, but I didn't get into the details of some of these results. So
shout out Cade Lott.
Yes. Shout out to Cade.
Let's start with our boy Cade Lott. Down at 197 and looking good.
Yes, he took out Christian Knopp 5-1. It was a good result. Trumbull over Nolan Neves, Vincent Robinson over Spencer Moore, Ethan Oakley over Kairini, Jaden Scott over Tyler Tracy, Lachlan McNeil over Coy Biskins, Ed Scott over Sonny Santiago, Derek Fields over Charlie Derricott, Josh Ogunsanya over Matt Singleton, Dylan Fishback over Gavin Kane. So
this was
a close duel. This is NC State 19, North Carolina 16. A good duel for North Carolina. Kind of off the back. I mean, is Tyler Tracy their starter at 41? Is he?
He's probably, well, now that Kai's down, he's probably going to be, right?
Yeah.
Because they're redshirting
Jack.
Well, Andy's coming up, right? He's coming up to 49.
Yeah.
The plan is he's going to be 49 and Arrington's going to be 57 next year, right?
I was when I was reading this the other day, I was like, I don't think this is their full lineup, but it must be. So, yeah, I think Sonny Santiago had a win last year over Ed Scott, so that could have been where they had flipped this result, but really nothing went.
Did he really? Can you look that up?
I'm pretty sure he did. Sonny Santiago beat somebody. I can't remember who though.
No, I know he's had some good wins. I didn't think he'd, over Ed would be, that would be his best win ever, right?
I mean, Ed Scott loses to all kinds of people.
No, you're right, but that would still be Sonny's best win.
I don't know.
Correct?
I don't know. I mean, if he beat somebody, yeah. I mean, I agree.
Or did he beat? No, did he beat? I mean, Hippolito is still kind of proving himself, but did he beat Hippolito?
He beat Ed Scott. He beat Ed Scott 8-5 last year in their duel.
Yeah.
So.
Did he beat Hippolito this year?
I don't know anything about what he's done this year.
He lost to him 14-7.
Oh, okay. But they won that duel, right? They beat Virginia Tech.
They pulling it up. Yep, they beat him 20-17.
Another
pretty
good,
pretty good match. Yeah, Cade had a 4-1 sudden victory loss to Andy Smith, so that was a competitive match for him. But yeah, Spencer Moore beat Ethan Oakley. That was the big one.
Cade's right there, man. He might be a dark horse pick for March.
Yeah, I think he's a fringe qualifier right now.
Fringe. I thought you said French at first.
No, he's one of those Italian qualifiers. Actually,
he'll qualify. I have no doubt in my mind. My man Cade will qualify.
He's 12-9. He just needs to finish out the regular season strong. That's all he needs to do. But yeah, I mean, so Vincent Robinson, Spencer Moore, there was a little bit of intrigue in this match, but Vincent kind of shut the door on it a little bit. Yeah. Charlie Derricott was at Stanford. He's at UNC now. I didn't know that. Was that a second semester move? Or has he been there the whole year?
That was his first match for UNC.
First match
right?
at 165. I think so. This is the first time I've seen it.
I'm pretty sure I saw it on Twitter too that he was making his debut.
He was 157 last year for Stanford, and I think there was a little bit of a roster battle between him and Cardenas, right?
Kind of.
A little bit. Well, I think he was.
I think his plan. I don't know. I heard his plan was to always leave and follow Cole. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking of. Hang on, because he wrestled at the Scuffle last year.
Hey, I need a timeout though. I need to take Lennon upstairs. So.
Okay, sounds good. It was a 5-3 match between him and Cardenas at the Scuffle last year. He beat Caden Gfeller. This was 2 years ago. Is what I'm referring to. Everything I'm thinking about was 2 years ago. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Never mind then. So, yeah, I mean, good duel. Went mostly chalk. I guess Josh Ogunsanya beating Matt Singleton it's a good result for Josh. So, Reese, any thoughts?
What's Matt Singleton's record this year?
Probably not very good. He is 12-7. He's lost to Cade Divas, Simon Ruiz, Danny Bronigal, Nick Contreras, Dean Hamity, Luca Augustine, and Josh Ogunsanya. None of those are bad losses. Yeah. He's beaten Jackson Turley. Lucas Uliano, that's not a bad win either. Yeah, I mean, he's also beaten Simon Ruiz. He beat him at the duel between NC State and Cornell. So he'll be someone to keep an eye on in the postseason. It'll be interesting. Let's get on to the big one, huh?
Yes. Well, Ryan's gone.
Yeah. Well, while Ryan's gone, Iowa sucks. And let me read off the results here. Luke Lillidahl over Joey Cruz, Drake Ayala over Kurt McHenry, Bo Bartlett over Colin Schriever, Shane Van Ness over Kyle Parko, Tyler Kasek over Ja'Cory Teamer, Mitchell Mesenbrink over Michael Caliendo, Levi Haynes over Patrick Kennedy, Carter Starocci over Angelo Ferrari, Stephen Buchanan over Josh Barr, and Greg Kirkfleet over Ben Keeter. Also, almost completely chalk. I would say the only one, or the two that aren't, are Van Ness and Kasek winning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even those are like
they're right
on
right
paper
there.
Upsets.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, Lillidahl looked really good against Cruz. It would have been nice to see Ayala wrestle Braden Davis, but he wrestled Kurt McHenry, who put up his best effort, but Ayala's good.
Everybody keeps talking about Braden Davis. Why aren't we talking about Braden Davis ducking? But I had heard that his knee was not great, not in great shape. I mean, he did have that knee sleeve or whatever on.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, whatever. I mean, because it was funny because I have a couple of guys down here, who they were watching the duel, and one of them was like, Penn State and Iowa are both ducking, and I was just like, I was like, yeah, but I mean, there's still some names in there, and one of them says, who the heck is Kurt McHenry? And I'm like, damn, you just don't know. Yeah, he just doesn't know. Which, yeah, Kurt was really good in high school, but he was always too small for 25. So being wrestle 133 is, oof.
Yeah.
Bo Bartlett, Colin Schriever. Schriever might. I don't know. Do you think he could?
Be the
he
guy.
could end up being the starter.
Should be the guy. Honestly, I've always thought. I mean, I don't know. Ryder Block. You would hope that he would be the guy, but
just hasn't happened.
Seem like it. Yeah. Schriever's like a pretty solid dude.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see with them. I guess they did wrestle today. They wrestled Maryland. They beat them 34-9. Who? Schriever wrestled, and he pinned. Oh no, he got pinned.
Oof.
Wait. No. WrestleStat just has it down wrong. They have Colin Schriever getting pinned by Braxton Brown, and then Colin Schriever beating Dario Lemus.
Okay.
Schriever's got a brother, right?
I don't know.
I think he has a brother. Hang on.
Yeah, but you want to talk about ducking.
Teamer.
A lot of evidence for a teamer ducking that duel, for sure. Big time.
100%. Maybe it was Cale Peterson that wrestled 133. I don't know.
And Braxton Brown pinned him?
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. Ethan Miller. So Ethan Miller would have been a match that had a little bit of intrigue, but I would have taken Teamer a little handedly. I mean, Miguel Estrada wrestled him to a 4-2 match, but
and lost his red shirt in the process.
Dude, that's the weird thing.
Crazy.
Why burn a red shirt over that?
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't. It's weird to me. Yeah, I don't know. Gabe Arnold beat Jackson Smith in tiebreakers. Keeter beat Nevels.
That's a good win.
Okay. Yeah. Nevels is doing better this year for sure.
I was talking about Arnold.
Oh. Yes. I mean, both of them are good, honestly. Like Keeter getting a win over Nevels is also a good win. But Gabe Arnold over Jackson Smith 2-1. He just, I mean, if he wrestles all of his matches like that, then yeah, maybe he can be competitive against Carter Starocci. But I don't know. I just wish I could see more offense.
I think on the Jackson Smith match, there's a little bit of I'm still ticked. I didn't get.
I'm throwing a fit.
Not throwing a fit, but maybe disappointed still that he didn't get a wrestle Friday night.
Yeah, right. Because that was a brand's choice. That was a coach. The coach said, "Hey, we want to manage your schedule here." And then there's the whole video of him getting picked up by, or not held up, but like pulled up by Brands and escorted out by him. He
stood
and
up
the
on
officer.
his own, and Brands just escorted him out, dude.
It just, yeah, I don't. It just, that was weird to me, and I guess I don't know. The Penn State fans are rowdy, so you got to learn
honestly, like that was probably part of it, right? Like, I mean, you think about the fan that went after Jordan Burroughs last year at Worlds. Like, there's fans there that are probably chirping, Brands is probably helping him. Like, hey, let's get you out of this situation here before. They're kids. They're kids.
Yeah.
They don't always make the best decision. But anyway, I get people saying like attacking Brands or attacking Gabe or for the decision and this, that, the other. I think Brands is okay to make that call. Let Angelo, have the only opportunity he's ever going to get against Carter Starocci. Let him test himself.
Yeah.
Let him see where he's at. Sure. Gabe will get his opportunity at Big Tens.
Yeah, and I mean,
possibly nationals, depending on how seeds go. But
right. Yeah, I think Gabe Arnold's chances against Carter Starocci are better than his chances against Parker Keckeisen.
Well, yeah, I mean that's I agree 100% there. Yes.
Okay.
Reese?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's go back down to the lower weights. The first three, they were what they were, but Shane Van Ness, Cal Parco, I want to attribute the way that match ended up.
I would like to talk about how people are attacking the Brands brothers for wrestling Gabe Arnold, or not wrestling Gabe Arnold, but no one's saying anything about Cale not wrestling Braden Davis. And Braden Davis was there and looked fine. And obviously, we don't know what's going on there, but it's like, all right,
Yeah, Reese mentioned that. Reese mentioned that maybe his knee's banged up or whatever, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Iowa is always going to be given a way harder time than any other school. That's just the way it is. So Ryan, as a Hawkeye, you're kind of just gonna have to take it in stride. But also call out if whenever you're given.
Hold on. You called me as a Hawkeye. I want you to know that I won $150 this weekend because I bet on Penn State to cover a 21-point spread.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that in the state that you live in, but
what do you mean?
All right, hey man,
junior college athletes can.
No, I'm saying like you live in Iowa. You want to be careful.
You're a bad fan.
Iowa. Bad fan.
Why am I a bad fan?
If only, you know what? Donate that money back to the Hawkeyes.
It was money that I made off of another coach that I work with. It wasn't even on like a sports gambling app or anything. I bet a nice dresser, Reese, you know which one I'm talking about. One of the ones we loaded up and I took up here. That the big long, the shorter one, but the big long one.
You're gonna give him the dresser?
But dude, he was like, I was so certain that they would cover 21 points, and I was right.
Give him the dresser, the dad.
Dude,
that I moved 5 times for you. I moved that thing 5 times for you, bro.
Hey! Who won? Who won the bet, Reese? You're over here bitching. The dresser is still in my garage, and I'm $150 richer.
I mean, I'm pretty sure gambling is still legal in Alabama, but it's not a thing for me either way. But it would have been pretty crazy to have picked Iowa in that bet because like
21 points. I mean, they only won by 22 points, so
yeah, and
it was hilarious when Greg Kirkfleet got that last takedown. I could hear Troy Bennett going, "God damn it!" Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, because like the Ayala tech fall probably not expected.
Over a 25-pounder, yeah, very expected.
Because they expected Braden Davis for the line, Ryan.
Oh,
yes.
No, they moved the line. They moved the line down right before the duel to 19.5 points.
Interesting. I don't know.
On Circa Sports, which means they knew when I heard about that was about 3 or 4 hours before the duel, which means somebody told Vegas that Braden Davis wasn't wrestling.
Bash.
Okay.
Probably. Or Minio.
Okay. Let's get back to Van Ness Parco. So Van Ness gets a 17-6 major. And I think this obviously all fell apart whenever Van Ness took Parco down to his back. But I think that also you can attribute the way Parco finished out that match to the fact that he had to fight off his back in that split position for as long as he had to. I don't think he gets that tired if he isn't in that position.
Yeah, I don't think
Right?
that's ever a major decision again.
Probably not. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was a shootout in the first period, so
yeah, it was great. And then the second period, Van Ness he kind of gets in this weird. He gets in a weird shot or weird. I don't even know. Was it a duck? What? How did he get to the body like that?
I don't remember.
Didn't he get the leg and trip him? Or was that the first takedown?
The leg. I think that was the first takedown.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but by the way, it was interesting. Van Ness looks really good, but this kind of sets up the pecking order to be Henson, Lovett, Van Ness, Parco, at least seating wise, and obviously Big Tens can change things, but yeah, with Caleb Henson coming back, and I don't know if you guys saw there's a clip of him pushing Jack Joffrey around the mat. He looks angry, so I don't think you would want to pick anybody other than Henson this year.
I'm sticking with Van Ness.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Lovett.
I'm picking Henson.
I'm sticking with Nessie.
I'm picking Henson because I live right next to the state of Georgia, and I don't want to get attacked by all of them. So,
quiet.
I want to stay safe.
I heard Georgians are nice.
Well, until you don't bet on their people. So, 157. Tyler Kasak takes out Ja'Cory Teamer 5-2 and holds him up in the last 15 seconds of the match to basically stalemate the match.
Yeah, why didn't they call us
like a little baby?
Well, because the takedown.
Why would you ever call a stalemate there? Yeah,
the takedown's imminent the entire time. The kid is
holding him up and then going like this to the crowd.
He threw his fist up for literally half a second, dude.
Call it down, dude. But to a referee, that's like, oh, this kid's not trying to score. Stalemate it. I mean, not that I would never
stalemate. I would never stalemate that.
Especially in that crowd. Oh my god, I would have become the enemy instantaneously.
It would have fit in right in with all the other calls he made then.
What?
He's saying that it was a little bit of home cooking, which I don't disagree with. But
I'm not saying it was home cooking. I'm saying
not quite.
He just was making terrible calls in some of those matches.
Okay, we'll get
a stalemate.
There.
Was that in that duel where he's like 7 seconds left and he calls a stalemate or something? Oh no. Was that where somebody was coming out the back door?
174.
Is that Kennedy was like coming out the back door and they stalemated
it? Like looking like he was like gonna get in position to maybe
that was a bad stalemate, dude.
Yes,
big time.
Yeah.
Well, and some of the stall calls too, like, dude, I didn't even see the first stall call on Ferrari. I didn't even know he hit him one time.
Yeah, so the
second one.
Well, we'll get there.
So Kasak though, Kasak pretty good.
Kasak looks good. I don't know if this is the Ja'Cory Teamer that we're going to see in the postseason or at NCAAs.
We just saw him destroy Sammy Sasso.
I'm not going to use that as like real measurement.
Okay.
Just because I don't think Sasso's.
I think he looked and destroy Sammy Sasso.
I think Jackson Arrington is good.
I mean, my point being though that Sammy is not the same Sammy.
No, I know, but he looked good, and also I just don't think he looked any different from like a year ago in the NCAA finals where he did absolutely nothing. Like he did not come anywhere close to scoring on Levi Haynes.
Yeah, so Tyler Kasak is obviously strong. I think that's the biggest indicator from what I saw against Teamer is that he was able to stuff everything. And so I think it's going to be him and Shapiro, Kasak Shapiro in the finals. I think that's what we're going to get in NCAAs.
I still want to see. I would love to see Teamer Shapiro, just because Shapiro is less disciplined.
I think Shapiro's gonna. I think Shapiro will be the second seed because of his medical forfeit earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So if Shapiro wins out, Kasek wins Big Tens, should go. Unless I'm forgetting somebody, but it should go. Kasek, Shapiro, and then probably T. Murphy's the one that takes second. So, yeah.
Would you like me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. Ryan.
Drayshawn Ross has committed to Oklahoma State.
Ooh.
This has happened since we started the podcast.
Interesting.
Nice. You think he'll be heavyweight?
He's got to be, right?
He's got to be, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, they're getting...
Fort Dodge boy.
I'm nervous about him in college. I just want him to have a healthy shoulder. If he has a healthy shoulder, he's going to be really, really good.
Well, he needs to quit playing.
Right?
Magic Man will get him right.
Yeah. Do your magic, David. Keep him right.
They call him Mr. Miyagi also. That's one of his other nicknames.
No, Reese made that up. That's never been ever.
165, Mitchell Mesenbrink, Tech Falls, Michael Caliendo. So that I wanted, we can use this to kind of lead into a side topic. Mitchell Mesenbrink is Hodge watch for sure. It's him. It's really the obvious ones right now are him, Carter Starocci, and Gable Stevenson, and I think that's it. Right?
Yep.
I mean, yeah, because you have Mitchell Mesenbrink, who is bonused his way through the year, just Tech Fall number 2 in the country. Will have wrestled pretty much all of the best guys at the weight, and is at a competitive weight in 165.
What about traditionally? What if Greg and or Wyatt beat?
So So I said the obvious ones. We'll get to that. So
we're always getting to something.
Just give me a second. So then you have Carter Starocci going for his 5th title. He's got to beat Parker Keckeisen. That's obvious, right? And then Gable Stevenson, 100% bonus rate at heavyweight. Just a force of nature. Obviously, yes. The guys that are still undefeated are still in contention for Hodge, who I'm not gonna rule it out, or I would love to see it, right? Obviously Kirkfleet and Wyatt, but Wyatt in particular, and Dean Hamity. Because Dean Hamity has to beat a combination of Keegan O'Toole and Levi Haynes, and is bumping up a weight class and has an undefeated year and all of these things. His bonus rate, I don't think, is quite there for it. The biggest one is honestly Wyatt Hendrickson. He's bonused everybody but one match, who it was against Isaac Trumbull, who he pinned earlier in the year. He's a fan favorite, and great sportsmanship, all that stuff. And he would have to beat Gable Stevenson, who is the best wrestler in the world right now. So all of those elements, dude, imagine the arena at NCAAs on Saturday night, final match of the night, Gable Stevenson, Wyatt Hendrickson. Wyatt goes out there and wins. How it would be deafening, like beyond Spencer Lee getting pinned, beyond Thomas Gilman getting pinned, beyond Max Dean beating Miles Martin, all of that. It would be like when if the Eagles beat Kansas City, it would be equitable to that. The city would be on fire. Am I wrong?
If Kirk
I don't know. Do people really like?
He would have to pin Gable.
If Wyatt.
Oh, Wyatt.
Yeah, but
it's in Philadelphia. Why? I don't really.
I mean,
because when crazy sports things happen in Philly, they set the city on fire.
Would people really be cheering that hard for Gable to lose, though?
I think if he gets pinned,
I mean, they did it when Spencer got pinned
because Spencer's a Hawkeye.
Yeah, but everybody loves Wyatt. Everybody. He's like.
But who hates on Gable?
Nobody hates on Gable. This is not because they hate Gable.
That's what I'm saying, though. I don't think. I don't know. I just don't think it would be as crazy as you're making it out. I think it would be more like.
Maybe I'm biased.
Like a shock.
Maybe I'm biased.
Shocked.
Yeah, shocked. I think that's part of it.
Right, but then you just
that emits a noise.
Loud cheering. I mean, obviously we would be cheering, and the Oklahoma State crowd, and There would be some cheering. I just don't think it would be as deafening.
Are we talking about?
As
we're talking about deafening. We're talking about decibels.
Deafening
here.
I'm talking about like I want to cover my ears,
dude. Well, I mean nothing. I mean, so you're trying to compare it to when Thomas Gilman got pinned by Zeke Moisey. That was deafening.
Right. That's why I used it as an example. I think I really. Just because
why did they cheer? Why did they cheer so loud?
I know, and two of the examples
I didn't
used were
hate
Hawkeyes.
Thomas Gilman, and I still was like,
no one hated Thomas Gilman though, Reese.
Well, people hated Thomas Gilman. People definitely hated Thomas Gilman.
Well, you know what I mean. No, it wasn't because Thomas Gilman lost. It was because he lost in a black and gold singlet.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was tons of Hawkeyes there too. I think it was just loud. Just because it was exciting. I don't think people were necessary. I think it's loud because, Zeke Moisey just did what people didn't think was possible. Same with Ramos, I guess.
Right. And same with like Wyatt beating Gable. And maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But hey, there's only one way to find out.
It happens.
You got to beat Gable. It's got to have to happen.
You got to pin him.
And then we'll find out.
You can't just beat him.
Dude, if he pinned him,
I can't
imagine seeing Gable Stevenson on his back.
He would have to.
Yeah, because it has to be a moment, right? Not like where it's like, oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's right. It just has to be boom.
Yeah, it would have to be like he would have to put him on his back and hold him there. And
dude, if he had Gable Stevenson in a cradle
gets off his back, he's never going back. He's just gonna, and it's only a 7-point deficit at that. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna come back from that.
Yeah. How does he pin Gable? What does he pin him with?
Dude, just blast double right to the back.
I keep picturing firemen's, but he doesn't really hit firemen's.
No, he doesn't hit those though, does he?
Mm-mm.
That would be. I feel like it's your best.
I mean, there's a lot of unimaginable things. Like I've literally never seen Gable Stevenson on his back.
So he does have a bag of tricks.
Right.
So what about? Hold on, back to Hodge talk. Where is Jesse Mendez?
I think he's somebody that you can't rule out, but
he's been a BP machine this year, dude.
Right. He just majored Sergio. He's somebody to keep in mind. I just don't know if he's quite in the conversation with the aforementioned members. He's 80% bonus, but 20-0, 20 matches.
Dude, it's just hard to see it not going to Messenbrink.
Right, because
it doesn't go to Gable. Is that what you mean?
No, I don't know. Why would they give it to Gable over Messenbrink if both of them bonus their way through?
Because
I don't know. It's Gable. Yeah, Gable's gonna vote for himself. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
More people will vote for Gable because he's Gable. And Messenbrink,
right? It's like Olympic champ. Comes back, bonuses through heavyweight. I don't know. Especially if he bonuses Kirk. And Wyatt.
And heavyweight's just a stronger weight class than 165 too.
Oh, for sure. But if Mitchell Messenbrink 100% tech and pins his way,
has he not had a major?
I think he's all techs at least minimum.
I saw that he was 13-0 before the Iowa duel. He was 13-0 with 11 techs and or pins. So that means two of them had to have been majors.
How did that happen?
I don't know. That's what I was like.
He got 2 forfeits. He got 2 forfeits. 2 forfeits.
2 forfeits.
All of his matches have resulted in tech falls. He got forfeits from Binghamton and Missouri, which is crazy. I mean,
Missouri didn't send out Cam Steed.
No, Steed got injured wrestling skulls right before this. Shortly before this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, in Nashville. All right, I remember this now. Okay.
Yep. Dude, it is crazy to look at your wrestle stat and you just see tech fall. That's pretty insane.
Except it's not when you look at the weight class.
The 3 points. 3-point takedowns.
Yeah.
But I still think tech fall, if he techs everybody / pins, I think they're giving it to him.
Let's go back to this match too, real quick.
Yeah.
Bad match tactics on Caliendo's part.
Diving in on legs.
Let the kid, you're trying not to get cut but you're going to get tech falled if you don't go back up to your feet because of riding time. So what are you doing, dude?
Oh, dropping in on a leg?
Yes, that's what he was. That's why he got called because Messam.
How many times did he drop in on a leg?
2, maybe 3 times.
I didn't realize he'd done it that many times because I was like, why did they just hit him for stalling?
But he did it at least twice. I have to go back and see if there was a third, but he did it at least twice. But I mean, regardless, it was bad match tactics. Get cut, and then he's got to hit you for stalling twice for you to get teched at that point.
Right. Or he might get taken down.
Well, how much time was left in the match?
He got teched with 6:43, so there's 15 seconds left. Yeah. Bad match tactics. You're not wrong.
Whatever.
Wait. 6:24. 6:24. I was looking at 125, so there's 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Earned me $150. So.
Right. So. 174. We touched on it a little bit. Levi Haynes beats Patrick Kennedy 10-3. Just a little bit of a hammer in this match, but
a major decision there. But yeah, there was the crummy stalemate at the beginning where it looked like, I mean, not saying he was going to get the takedown,
but they were still wrestling.
He was wrestling. They both were wrestling.
Yeah.
Who knows what could have happened, right? And that was probably Kennedy's closest shot at getting a takedown in that match.
Right. Yeah.
I was ready, dude, for a little bit in that match. Up until the first takedown by Levi, I was ready to call Carson Hartzler a contender. But then he kind of pieced Kennedy up, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I'm still interested to see. I'm still interested.
Yeah, him and Levi, that'll be a good match either way.
Didn't Carson have a close match today against Michigan?
Well,
against
yesterday.
Manson,
yes.
No. He was at 7-4.
against Bullock or
no. Bullock got pinned.
No, I know. I'm.
Come on, you got it.
Walker.
There you go.
Joseph Walker.
1-point win, correct?
I think 3-2 or 4-3, something like that. I believe.
Let
me confirm that though. 5-3. So.
Oh, 2. Okay.
But Joseph Walker is he's a very sturdy wrestler. This honestly, this result does not.
Hartzler is going to get pieced up by Hamidi if they wrestle. Just saying.
I think Haynes could also show a little bit of separation between him and Hartzler.
I need you to go watch the Michigan match. I need you to go watch it.
Okay.
There's still obviously, in my mind at least, plenty of intrigue between Hartzler and I think Hamidi and O'Toole would beat him up. But we'll see with Haynes, because Haynes is a little bit of a bruiser. That could play into Hartzler's favor.
I think Hamidi. I just don't really see anybody picking Carson apart.
We'll see. I'm not sure yet.
O'Toole have wrestled before, and it was like the last time they wrestled was super close.
He had O'Toole beat.
Yeah.
Was that at
NCAAs
in 2022?
Inconsistency in the officiating in that match.
It was a while ago.
22 NCAAs, right?
NCAAs in 22.
Yeah, okay.
It was the year after Shane won, so 22, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, so that was in the quarters, and Karchla and Ramirez wrestled in the blood round, and that was a crazy close match too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember all this now.
Or O'Toole. I said Hamidi. I meant O'Toole. O'Toole's first title.
Yes, because Evan Wick blew it.
Not this. Well, I mean,
did.
Evan Wick could have blown it in the finals too. So, and in fact, Shane did blow it in the finals that year.
Well,
right.
Shane,
yeah.
I feel like Shane wrestled about as good as a match as he could have against O'Toole, and he still got beat. That's kind of how I remember that match. This is a guy who needed him to win.
He had opportunities to win that match.
That's what but I think like O'Toole was clearly the better guy. I don't think.
I'm not saying O'Toole wasn't better, but I mean Shane, he blew it. Shane blew it.
I don't think he blew it. I don't know.
184. Angelo Ferrari gets the nod for load management for Gabe Arnold.
So glad we're going to talk about this too.
You're glad?
Yeah, so glad.
Okay, all right. Carter Starocci takes the match 3-1. No takedowns, a point, 2 escapes, a point for riding time, and a point for stalling, which I can't decide. Here's what I decided actually. This is the conclusion that I came to after the match. Because initially, when I saw the stall calls go up, one of them, so the first stall call, Angelo is on the edge of the out of bounds, and he starts trying to circle back in, and Carter continues to stop him, and then drives him out of bounds. And I'm like, that, I don't know if that should be called stalling. And if it should, I think it should be called stalling on Carter because Angelo's making an effort to get back in bounds, but maybe it wasn't enough of an effort. I don't know. But
no, because listen, and this is devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Referee said center, Carter backs up, and Angelo comes in, but not very far. And then
this is the second.
No, that was the first one. Wasn't it?
It is?
I don't remember what the first one was like. So the first one was like
Angelo immediately, ref blows the whistle at the very beginning of the match, drops to a knee.
Yeah.
He spent most of the time on his knee and by the out of bounds line.
So was the first one?
The first one was from being pushed out of bounds.
Okay.
And the
second one was where he was
on the edge. Was where you saw a side angle. Angelo's down on a knee. They say center. You see Carter,
and then he
moves backwards
to the edge.
Angelo does not really come back in.
Yeah.
And so then they hit him. And then the point goes up. Here's the conclusion that I came to. I would much rather prefer, if I had to pick between a ref calling a stall when it maybe wasn't versus not calling a stall when it was, I would prefer the latter or the former. I would definitely rather see them call stalling when it's questionable.
I think it was a fine call too, honestly.
I think about it, probably, right? Because, like, dude, you parked your butt by the out of bounds line and you were on a knee for probably 75 to 80% of the match.
Yeah.
It was a very Ferrari-esque match.
Didn't really have, had maybe one or two actual attempts at a leg attack.
Well, he got a lock around the legs twice.
That's what I mean.
But I think he attacked a couple more times than that.
But were they legit attacks, or were they just trying to? Was he trying to I don't know, play the referee a little bit?
I thought he wrestled really well, with as far as tactical stalling goes. And that second stall call, he gets hit, and you see him look at the ref, bro, and Carter darts in on the leg, he was immediately took that chance, and then we saw that awesome leg defense,
dude. So this is
the leg.
What?
Kudos,
dude. The split, the flexibility, and being able to dive roll and get to a leg on Carter, and then
that's easily
being able to hold onto the leg with one arm while Carter is at a perpendicular,
fixable for the next match.
All right, well, that's neither here nor there. I'm just talking about,
and we won't see a next match.
Will we?
No, but it was impressive. It was impressive to see Angelo, because he hit that dive roll and he hit it multiple times, and for Carter to at least not find a correction around it. I don't know if he tried or what.
Because it was by the out of bounds line. If it was in the middle of the match, then he would have gotten a takedown probably. But you got to be careful when you're by the out of bounds line, because
you're talking Alabama hypotheticals.
How is that a hypothetical? No, it's not, Reese. When you're by the out of bounds line, you got to be a little more tactical. You got to maybe pull the guy in a little bit. You can't drive quite as much as you want.
You got too high up.
But if you're in the middle of the mat, you got more real estate to work with.
All right. Well, it's still a hypothetical, regardless. You can't say for sure that he wasn't going to get.
If he would have been in the middle of the mat, I can for sure say that he probably would have gotten a takedown.
Well, I can for sure say that he probably wouldn't have.
You said probably. I guess for sure. Probably.
You just said probably too. You said the same thing.
I said for sure he would have gotten it if it was in the he would for sure.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
We're talking. We're just talking what ifs. Like. Let's stick to the facts here, right? Very impressive shot defense by Angelo Ferrari. Was there really an opportunity for him to score? Did we feel like he was in? He was in on a shot, dude, and he picked up Carter. And I was like, oh shit. Is he about to put down Carter? And then somehow the lock broke. But I mean, I'm excited for Angelo next year. He's gonna have Zach Ryder, or I guess if Josh Barr bumps down. Is that a thing? Is that a realistic possibility?
Well, with Mirasola coming down, or one of the Mirasolas going to be at 197. Yes.
It's and then real possibility. Did Ryder wrestle 74 this year?
I think he did once at an open.
Okay.
He wrestled, but people think he's going 84 next year.
Right. So I don't know. They have a logjam. But whoever Ryder, Barr, whoever it is, that'll be interesting to see with Ferrari. And was there talk about Cody Merrill wrestling 184?
No, I mean he certified.
Yeah.
But lots of people certify for classes, but never touch them. So,
dude, we had some crazy certifications at IU when I was there. We had a 65-pounder certified for 49 somehow.
I had a heavyweight certified for 57 this year. So,
holy shit,
that's crazy.
Yeah, short little fat kid.
Okay. Good match. 197. Stephen Buchanan takes out Josh Barr, slows down the Barr train. Keeps it. It's kept to a 4-1 decision, 1 takedown, 2 escapes. I think Buchanan has shown. I think there was some separation in this match because it didn't look like Barr was really going to be able to find a way to score. That could change though, because think about this summer when he lost to Sinclair, and then he shortly after that beats Sinclair in a series. So
him.
Can't count him out. Can't count out Josh Barr, but Buchanan he's the number 1 guy right now. And then the other 2 that you want to keep in mind are Ferrari and Cardenas.
The size matters. Josh Barr clearly could not get past the size.
Buchanan's a big dude. Big dude for sure.
Buchanan is big and strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then Kirk takes out Keeter 12-2. And that's the duel, 30-8. So
womp.
So here's a question that I have from it though, because but some people are saying like this is Kale's best team ever, and I think I don't disagree with it, but I think the importance that gets lost on some people is best in comparison to the rest of the field, right? I think everybody else is pretty even, or at least the next tier is, even. I guess maybe not. It's Oklahoma State and Iowa, but it just feels like there's not that, when Penn State goes out there and dominates, there's always a question of like, you have this next team who's really, really good. I just don't think Penn State this team for Penn State quite has that. I don't even know what to call it. I think
this is their most complete team ever, for sure.
What about 2013? Maybe not. I think 2013 was a better dual team, though. And IMO.
Well, they lost duels that year, didn't they?
They did, but I think if you do the lineups here, I think you favor 2013.
Let me take a look here. Penn State. Did Russellstat went back to then, right? No, 2014. No.
Well, I can tell you who.
It's too bad. Yeah, I just would have liked the comparison to the rest of the.
I'll give you the comparison right now.
Not like to the rest. So you're saying Penn State 2013 would beat Penn State 2025? Is that what you're saying?
In a duel?
Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
It would be close, but maybe. I honestly, I haven't actually gone down it and done it. It'd be close though.
I've just never remembered a Penn State team that didn't have really any holes whatsoever.
No holes, Ryan. This is a holeless team.
Last year, who had the hole last year? I guess 25, but
I mean, it's kind of crazy to say that your Big Ten champ is a hole.
Last year, I guess, yeah. I mean,
133 would be.
I suppose they did so well.
2016 with a healthy Suriano?
They didn't have any other weak weights?
I'm trying to think. Did they? 97? Maybe? Who's 97 in 2016? Was that?
So you had I don't know.
Shaq was actually trying to be 165, but they ended up going with, you're right, 65 might have been a hole because Vincenzo was not in.
Yeah.
So let me go up a year.
So you had
17.
The All-Americans for Penn State in 2013 were Nico Megaludis, David Taylor, Matt Brown, Ed Ruth, Quentin Wright, and that's it.
Oh, was that not the year Alton All-American at 57? Was that 20? That was 2014.
Must have been. Because it was not 2013. Are you talking about James English?
No, I'm talking about Dylan Alton. Took third one year. Wasn't that 2013?
No, that wasn't 2014 either, though. Dylan Alton was around a 16 that year.
Dude, 2013, Dylan Alton took third.
Why am I not reading that there? Yeah, 157, Alex Derringer.
So it was 2012 then.
So it's 2012.
Yeah, it's 2012. Okay, my bad.
Okay. All right. I'm glad we figured it out.
I'm looking at it from a dual. I didn't say tournament team. Tournament team. This team is obviously, but as a dual, you go head to head in duels. You got Nico, Gulabon, Parasol. 49 that year was
Bites, or was it Bites?
Zach?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Bites. 57 was Alton. 65 Taylor. 74
49 was Frank Molinaro.
Oh.
And 13?
2012. You said 2012.
No. The 2013 dual team. I'm talking about 2013. 2013.
Okay. Give me a second. So what weight were you asking about?
49.
149 was Andrew Alton.
Okay. So you had both Altons in that year. David Taylor, Matt Brown, Ed Ruth.
McIntosh.
No, not McIntosh.
Right. Oh, right.
It was Wright. Quentin Wright went up that year.
Yeah. No,
Jimmy?
But I still think
Jimmy Lawson?
Jimmy Lawson. Who went, I think he went 0-2.
That's a 5-5 duel.
5-5.
I don't know if I agree.
Run it down. All right.
For 2013, you got 25, 33, 65. Coin flip at 74. I'll give him 74.
Yeah, why wouldn't you get Matt Brown and Levi Haynes? That's.
I'll give Levi Haynes the win over Matt Brown.
Yeah, you don't even have to. He'll take it. He takes that win. He does not need to gift him.
I know. 84. I'm going Ed Ruth.
Oh, well, I don't know.
97. I'm going Quentin Wright, and then they get the other 5. Yeah. It's 5-5. So it comes down to bonus points.
Who's at 30? Who was at 33? That old for the old squad?
Gulabon.
So you're just giving Gulabon the dub over Braden Davis immediately.
Whoa. 133 was Jordan Conway.
In 2013?
Yes.
You know what? I'm still going to give it to Conway because you know who Jordan Conway beat that year in a duel? Tyler Graff.
I can't.
We're acting like Braden Davis is something special here. Jordan Conway was good.
Yeah, but you're
right. But
I think like the coin flips, like are there really any coin flips that are going to the current team?
33 or no, the current team?
Yeah.
I would say 74 is probably a coin flip.
I would not say 74 is a coin flip.
Matt Brown was good, dude.
He was good, but he won. I mean, he beat a
national champ.
I mean, who was it?
National champ.
It Wilps.
He beat
174. 174
in the finals
was
off a locked hands call.
Hey, 174 was about as competitive as it gets during that era.
It's dude. It is so much better this year.
This year, sure.
Two guys.
This year, sure, but I mean, dude, 74 was deep. It was deeper back then.
Welps, man, does not have the legacy that even Levi Haynes already has, or Keegan O'Toole. I mean,
I don't even feel
he also beat other guys that were good that year.
Yeah, I mean, like he probably beat Kokish, Thorley.
He beat Chris Perry. He's beaten, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Brown had great wins.
I just feel like Levi Haynes is a guy he's lost one match.
All right, feel free to call me crazy here.
2 matches, sorry.
Feel free to call me crazy. I think the Lilladal Megaludis matchup, I'm not saying it's a coin flip, but I'm not saying it's a complete shutout either.
Oh, no, I mean, it'd be a good match. I'm saying
Megaludis?
I'm saying from top to bottom, other than 41 and heavyweight, are all fucking great matches.
Is 49 a good match?
Van Ness and Alton? It could be an interesting match.
Yeah, you never. I mean,
you got a guy who's similar to Alton, but more disciplined. I feel like, or more consistent.
Yeah, this is a little outside of my wheelhouse. Alton went 1-2 that year.
They were injured, those boys.
Well, they got to wrestle injured then.
Hurt. But they were dangerous. My point is they were dangerous.
Yeah, his loss was Drake. His 2 losses were Drake Howdeshelt and Eric Hollis. Yeah.
God, I just think of that dirty headlock he had against the Lehigh kid, and I'm just like,
the little duck under and then lock.
Can never count the guy out.
Yeah, Crutchman did the same thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't as clean. It
wasn't as cool.
No. Well, because you can move so fast when you're a lighter weight.
Not that far off from each other.
3 weight classes.
Yeah.
2.
49 to 74.
Yeah.
I don't
Alton
know.
was just a superior athlete in every way.
All right.
So, like everybody. Do you watch? I mean, you don't remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember enough about this era.
All right. What about 2017 and 2025?
Yeah. They had holes. They had to have had holes. I feel like I would have remembered.
Or even 2017.
Last year, even last year.
Big hole.
Oh, that yeah.
2017, yeah. Oh, so
what if we just give Suriano the start? But he was healthy for most of the season.
No, 2017. Not 16.
Yeah, he was a true freshman
2017
that year.
was Nick Suriano.
I thought 16 was his year.
2016-17 was his true freshman year.
He graduated in 2016.
Right, I'm looking at the roster right now. It's Nick Suriano,
I'm
Tristan.
Just trying to... Okay, yeah. You're right. You're right. I was trying... Right. For some reason, I thought Nick Suriano was supposed to wrestle in Madison Square Garden, but that was Nico Megaludis. He won it that year. So
yes.
I was confusing myself. So 2017... Nick Suriano.
Tristan Law, you give Braden Davis the win there. Jimmy Gillibon. Bo Bartlett. Zane Rutherford. Jason Nolf. Vincenzo Joseph, Mitchell Mesenbrink.
Yeah.
Probably. Mark Hall, Levi Haynes.
Mark. Showtime, Mark Hall.
Levi has given up one takedown this season.
Showtime, Mark Hall.
He won an NCAA. He did beat like an all-time guy, Zahid Valencia, that year for sure. But off a headgear pull.
Well, I'm saying, Mark, this is right. Dual.
But you're right. I get it. This was his first year. He was fucking good, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a coin flip, but I would lean Mark.
All right.
I would say 52.
You would lean Mark?
The duel was happening in the BJC too. All right.
But they're both Penn State guys.
Yeah. But who performs better in the BJC? I've seen Mark Hall do some magical stuff in the BJC.
Yeah. 184, Bo Nickel, Carter Starocci. Bo. I'll say Bo.
I'm going Bo all day.
I go Bo. Reese.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know.
You 3-man round robin.
This is a guy who lost at 184. Carter Starocci is not lost.
Screw it. Since put in 4 guys. Put in Bo Nickel. Make it 5. Bo Nickel, Quentin Wright, Carter Starocci, Aaron Brooks, and
Ed Ruth. Are we doing?
Ed Ruth. Those 5 184 pounders. Yeah. Who's coming out on top?
Aaron Brooks.
Again, a guy who has lost at 184.
Carter Starocci's wrestled one season. He hasn't even wrestled a full season.
He's also only lost one time in his whole career, or 2 times actually. Sorry, in his whole career.
Yeah, twice. Yeah. Well, it could be. No, it's only 2. Yeah, but
I guess Brooks has only lost twice too, huh?
I think he lost more that year that
I'm going Bo Nickel.
2020. I don't know.
No, he only lost to Venz.
I think Bo Nickel pins his way.
He only lost to Venz? I thought he lost to more than Venz.
Pins them all.
No, he just lost to Venz and then.
Okay. I know it's not Quentin Wright, and I feel like maybe Ed Ruth is getting counted out.
No, he got beat at 184 by the Iowa State kid, Marcus Coleman.
Oh yeah, 3 losses.
Oh yeah, so Amin, Venz, and yeah.
Now this is the best Penn State team ever. Let's be real. Come on, guys.
Yeah. And so another question that was brought up about this team though was, would this team in a Dapper Dan style duel, would they win? And I said no.
Yeah, somebody broke it down and it didn't look good for them.
No, because they lose 25, 33, 41.
It's a coin flip at 25, right?
No, they lose.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a coin flip. We got to see it. They don't ever duel Purdue though, do they?
I say no. Well, Big Tens, so.
Yeah, but okay.
They won't. That's when we will see.
You're just saying 25 is super bowl.
Maybe we might see them. Maybe.
We just saw Ramos have a super close match with somebody. I can't remember who it was, but he did.
It was a 25-pounder for Illinois. I'm guessing. Rylan Cayley.
Oh.
Kaylee Riley.
I'm not going to say
Riley.
That was today.
Kaylin Riley is how do you say his name?
I'm not going to say it's for sure Ramos. There's no way. It's 125. Well, how could you say it's for sure Ramos?
You can't. That's what I'm saying.
No. But the best guy in the country, it could be Ramos, it could be Figs, it could be Robinson, it could be Spratley. I think all of them, I would lean towards them over Lilidol is what I would do.
33.
Well, we're going one guy, number ones versus Penn State. That's
yeah. Okay, so number 1 right now is Ramos. I lean Ramos. 33. I don't know because Kirkham's number 1, but I don't know if he's healthy. So.
Well, we can go Crookham. Just give it to him.
All right. What?
Crookham already beat Davis, too. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
Give him the start.
Okay. All right.
Mendez and Bartlett. Bing.
Mendez.
I give it to I lean Mendez, but it's still gonna be close.
It's still a coin flip. Yeah.
It didn't feel like very close at the All-Star Classic.
Maybe not. Maybe Mendez is. Maybe
he's doing like a Lirez too. If you get like if it's a Lirez bow, isn't a Lirez number one, or did they drop him?
I think
because he wasn't competing regularly.
Yeah.
On top, I'm glad that this is starting to get.
But Mendez is also looking unbeatable right now. So
yeah, I'm glad that this is starting to get factored in terms of consistency. Is competing regularly. I appreciate that.
Henson Van Ness coin flip.
No, you lean Henson.
Why do you lean Henson?
You can lean. Henson. Yeah, sure. You can lean that way. That doesn't make it not a coin flip match, Sammy.
Oh, I don't know. So the way I look at it is Henson's beaten Lovett. Lovett's beaten Van Ness.
And style
this year, I know we're talking. Van Ness has beaten him. That was 2 years ago. Van Ness has had to go through an injury and recovery.
Picture the match. I want you to picture the match.
You know who Levitt's never beat? Kyle Parko. Never beat him.
I get it. I understand. And Lovett beat Van Ness. Van Ness beat Parko.
Just picture the match.
I'm picturing the match. I maybe it's bias or of some sort. I don't know. I see Henson controlling this match.
No.
You cannot control Van Ness.
You cannot.
I mean, Rich kind of did, but not really. He's
all right. Did. 157, Shapiro Kasek.
Yeah, no idea.
Come on.
How is it not?
Dude, I've already made my stance. That I think those are two contenders. I mean, and I had Teamer in the category too. I don't know about it anymore. But
yeah.
I just don't see Meyer do it. Meyer's not going to do to Kasek what he does to everybody else.
You don't think so?
Listen. I thought the world of Meyer Shapiro, until he got tech-falled by the Lockett at Olympic team trials. He obviously has some kinks or some chinks in the armor or whatever. Like, it's just this is a match that Meyer's gonna win. Like Kasek can win that match 100%.
Yeah, I mean, we question his fortitude sometimes, his mental fortitude, and
that's a really accurate word to use. His fortitude.
The best, who's got proven mental fortitude is Tyler Kasek.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, all right. Mitchell Mesenbrink is number one, so he wrestles Michael Caliendo, and he teched him.
Tech falls him.
Levi Haynes, Keegan O'Toole, coin flip. Parker Keckeisen, Carter Starocci, coin flip. Stephen Buchanan just beat Josh Barr, not a coin flip, and Gable Stevenson will beat Greg Kirkfleet.
All right, so inconclusive, basically.
No, I think you have so many coin flips in there. You cannot say that it's. No,
you say you lean Penn State.
That Penn State couldn't.
No,
do
you lean All-Star team.
Absolutely.
Whoa! Coin flips. No. What do we know about Penn State and coin flip matches?
Yeah. I don't give a rip. I don't give a rip. I guess. I mean, will we see it? We'll technically, in a way, see it in the postseason, right?
Yeah.
So we'll find out. We'll have our answers, and I'm leaning Team All-Star.
Man,
so what requires what Penn State has to do.
No, I want to join you, Sammy, but I just don't know if I can.
How do you find out if you're right or not? I don't.
Because listen here.
So what's going to happen?
They all get first place.
Let's say it comes down to 5 and 5, and it comes down to bonus points. Mitchell Mesenbrink is going to put him over the top.
Probably.
Or if they get 6 champs.
Yeah, so this is what Penn State's going to have to do. They're going to have to get 5 champs and win by bonus, or get 6 champs. And not lose by bonus, which wouldn't happen.
How do we factor bonus?
What are the 6 weights?
However, what?
What are the 6 weights? 49.
That they win?
57, 65, 74, 84. What's the 6th?
You got to go 41 too. You got to throw if you want a shot.
25 would be your.
Would you do 41?
I think 41 over 25.
I disagree with you there.
I think Lillidahl is going to have to put together. I mean, but we already know Bo. He's really got 3 guys that he has to worry about, in my opinion, and Luke has like 10.
Yeah, but Luke's also proven that he can do it in a tournament setting at Worlds.
Bo has proven that he can get all the way up to the finals and get into rear standing.
Yeah. No. So
Sure.
what you have to look for here, right, is Bo Bartlett can get there, but can he get over the hump? Because Jesse Mendez is a big hump right now.
Yeah, I think
whereas Luke Lillidahl,
he's
just got to put together 5 matches.
Yeah, I mean, he would probably have to beat Aliras and Mendez, which that could be tough. I mean, he will for sure have to, really.
Yeah.
Or he just might have to beat Mendez twice.
Well, and depending on how things go, he might even have to beat Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Hardy lost to Happel.
And Tegan Jameson.
Yeah, Jameson. We'll see. Man, what a wild year. It's still plenty of fun, even though there isn't. What?
You guys are gonna have to finish this podcast. I'm gonna have to go. I gotta get ready and go do stuff. So. Okay.
All right. All right. Sounds good.
Shout out Dylan Elmore. Big win over Noah Mulvaney this weekend. Thought that was awesome.
Yes.
So good for Dylan, Kansas guy. But anyway, and also shout out Braden Furman. Okay, he wants us to talk about the man. So guys, I hope you guys talk about him. All right.
The man.
Brendan Furman wants us to talk about him.
He's the man, or
both? They're both men. They're both men.
Oh. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. All right.
Where'd he go? Oh,
he's gone. All right, let's run through these notable upsets. Ethan Styles majors Jaden Abbas 18-8. Kasek over Teamer. Fugit over Van D. Elmore over Mulvaney, as he just mentioned, and then Josh Heinzelman beat Nick Feldman today. I am starting to worry. Well, this wasn't today; it was yesterday. I'm starting to worry
about Josh Heinzelman.
About Nick Feldman.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, I mean, I'm not a personal fan of Josh Heinzelman, but
I know that's why I said that.
Is Josh Heinzelman a problem? No, because I watched him get pinned in 30 seconds by Gable Stevenson, so I'm not that worried about it. But yeah, I'm worried about Nick Feldman. He
hasn't been really the same.
He has not shown any level of separation amongst people who I thought he would be able to separate himself against.
He has really just not shown that he is that guy from the postseason. Like, really, even before he got injured or whatever at CKLB, he was not that guy.
Yeah, he kind of came to life at NCAAs last year. Was kind of close to taking down Greg Kirkfleet.
Yeah.
And then took 5th at NCAAs, and then that was it. So far this year, he is, if I can find him, he is 12-3. He's only got 3 losses. Medical forfeit to Brett Maurer and Jimmy Mullen. Injury to Wyatt Hendrickson, and then his last 2 matches have been a loss to Ben Keeter and Josh Heinzelman. He is limited. He hasn't wrestled every single match he could wrestle. 12-3. I don't know. We'll see. Heavyweight's kind of it's got a fun tier 3, I guess, because if you say tier 1 is Gable, tier 2 is Greg and Wyatt, and then tier 3 is the rest of that group. That's a fun area with Feldman, Trumbull, Schultz, Slavikuski, Mullen, Treffen, Heinzelman, Keeter, Luffman, Nevels, Runyon, Pitzer, Bullock. Maybe not all the way down to Bullock, but maybe
not all those guys.
Maybe. I don't know, because Bullock has beaten Slavikuski.
Yeah.
So
Runyon, you said Runyon, and I was like, really? But so he's ranked ahead of those guys?
This is WrestleStat, so it's a little quirky, a little bit. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the deal is with Feldman.
What's the deal?
I don't know. It's really going to depend on
the deal,
on how things go during this postseason. So. All right, next is our favorite segment of the episode is the Hoosier Hour. Indiana this weekend takes out Northwestern 25-13, even with a couple of matches that did not go their way. But let me run through it real quick. Jacob Moran over Patrick Adams, Angelo Rini over Massi Odiati, Henry Porter over Chris Cannon, Sam Cartella over Joey Butler, Trevor Chumbley over Ryan Garvick, Max Mayfield over Tyler Lillard, Derek Gilcher over Aiden Vandenbush, Donald Washington over John Helverson, Evan Bates over Gabe Solers, and Jacob Bullock over Dirk Morley. This was their senior night. They had three seniors in the lineup: Rini, Washington, Bullock, and then Lillard lost to Max Mayfield. This was his first time losing to him. It was a match that he definitely could have won. And Gabe Solers he rode out. I can't remember how it fully went, but he was basically in a position where he could have beaten Evan Bates, which I believe would have been an upset. And that would have been a good thing. A good sign for him moving into the postseason. So, you know what I noticed though? Northwestern has a fun name combination. Well, if you know what it's about. So I'm watching Ozark right now, right? And one of the things in it is the Navarro cartel. It's like they do, drugs from Mexico or whatever. And on Northwestern's team, they have Sam Cartella and Dedrick Navarro. So I just kind of thought like Navarro Cartella,
I see what you did there.
No, it's stupid. You don't have to. It's fine. No, it was dumb.
I need freaking sound. I need a soundboard. Dang it.
Yeah, that would have been perfect time for a little crowd. Yeah. But yeah, good show for the Hoosiers. They have I don't know who's next for them, but yeah. Good weekend for the Hoosiers. And then I got some other notes here. We talked about Wisconsin showing a little bit of life against Nebraska. That was good to see. This next one I don't really know about, but I think we mentioned it before on this podcast that Gavin Hoffman started out this year at Lock Haven as a coach and then is now wrestling, I believe is the order of operations. That
I just can't believe how long I've heard this name, Gavin Hoffman.
So yeah, I looked at it. So his first year wrestling was in 2019. So he's a redshirt. 2020 he wrestled.
He's as old as Beard, I guess. It's not 2018. Is that when they graduated?
Yeah, I guess you're right. But Beard also has been around for a while.
Oh, so that's what, seventh year?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Yeah, and so he's 12-2 this year. He lost in a sudden victory to Seth Nevels, and then he got pinned by Antonio Ramos from Air Force. But other than that, he's won all of his matches. Not against crazy good competition. Like we've seen, Lock Haven's schedule isn't crazy. Like Wyatt Henson might have been undefeated going into the postseason last year, or something like that. And people kind of were putting him above where he should be, especially in the seedings. So. But I mean, Hoffman's a guy who's finished on the podium before, and so we'll see. Is it a different weight class, different school? I don't want to rule it out. Keep an eye on it. So
you love Gavin Hoffman. He didn't even wrestle for the Hoosiers, right? It was the other one.
No, he was Garrett Hoffman was wrestled for
the Hoosier. Yeah.
Teamer sat out today against Maryland and Miguel Estrada.
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't get to bring that up to Ryan. He would have loved that. He would have not reacted emotionally to that at all.
And then Bo Bassett is announcing this week, way earlier than I thought he was going to announce it. Where he's going to college.
I guess 7. That's a lot. I would have thought maybe 5. I guess is what he would have narrowed it down to.
Yeah, I guess I kind of thought we're just going to go all the way down.
Well, yeah. Maybe cat's out of the bag to a degree.
Yeah, especially when you got Pat Minio right there. So, and this is who we heard it from, and he said, largest NIL deal, I'm guessing in wrestling history. And so that starts to point you in the direction of particular schools schools like Iowa, schools like Oklahoma State, still possibly Penn State. I don't know if. Do you think they would foot a big old bag of cash towards him
I
for
don't
it?
think. I don't know. So Mineo even also in those tweets in the comments, people were throwing out schools, Rutgers, Penn State, and he replied directly to those, no, period.
Yeah, which was
Or
that
like
was
it's
interesting,
not.
right?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Are you what?
You're
See,
stealing
it
his
makes
thunder
me
a little
think that
bit.
he's salty, which makes me think it's
Yeah,
Iowa.
dude. I'm trying to pull up the tweets right now on my phone. And that tracks. I definitely. Pat Mineo doesn't seem ecstatic about
No,
where he's gonna end up, but
and just
very weird.
going outright and telling people no, that's not where he's going. Like, is
Right?
you're just like, oh, you're being a poor sport.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. What's your final guess? Because we won't record another episode before
I guess
this. What's your
Iowa.
final guess? I'm going to stick with Rutgers, and we'll say Ryan said Oklahoma State. And if one of us three is right, cool. We get part of his NIL deal. That's what happens. And if we're all wrong,
3%.
we owe him a lot of money. So
No.
yeah, we owe him all of the proceeds that we get from this product.
From this podcast.
So, yeah. And then we talked about the Hodge watch and why nobody's really paying attention to anybody other than Mesenbrink, Stevenson, Starocci, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible for other guys. Just those are the three focuses right now. So
it feels pretty impossible with a guy like Gable Stevenson, who is just, I don't know, man.
it's there's a magnanimousness to it. Yeah. Because, dude, 100% bonus at heavyweight, that's pretty crazy. Right?
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy. So I
especially, I mean, it's not like it's weak either. Like, I mean, you could definitely say 165 is weak, but heavyweight is not.
No. And I don't even really know if 165 is weak. I think Mitchell Mesenbrink might just be that good, but I don't know.
I think it is. I mean, when you look at it, like, I think if Haynes and O'Toole were down, like if Haynes was at a different school and he was as good as he is now, I think those would be interesting matches. I mean, for sure, O'Toole would be an interesting match.
Yeah. So
and Hamady, Hamady would,
Yeah. There's just a ravine between Mesenbrink and the field that is normally filled by guys like what you
165
said.
is typically not this week, for sure. This is weird. I mean, even like after Caliendo, who's after Caliendo?
Probably Peyton Hall.
And that's just like, that's quite. I mean, Mikey Caliendo is pretty. He's on a tier 2 island right now. That tells me that it's weak.
Peyton Hall's undefeated so far this year. He's 21-0. His best win is probably Cam Amin. But then, so yeah, it's Mesenbrink, Caliendo, Peyton Hall, Terrell Barraclaw, Julian Ramirez, Cam Amin, Hunter Garvin, Drake Rhodes.
Dude, Drake Rhodes. I mean, that's the 8 spot, right? Drake Rhodes.
Yeah, but this is WrestleStat, so maybe this is not quite.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the real rankings. 165. Mesenbrink, Caliendo, Hall, Barraclaw, Ramirez, Amin, Will Miller, Chris Minto.
Wow. So did Minto. Who's he beaten?
Minto. He's 11-1 this year. He beat Mantanona recently. He beat Andrew Sparks, Jack Thompson. No. He lost to Jack Thompson. Correction.
So yeah, I mean, you got a guy who he's a freshman, right?
Yep.
Just coming in. No one. I mean, I don't know who this guy is, and he's already All-American contention.
Right. Yeah. He's a redshirt freshman, 11-1. His lost to Jack Thompson, beaten Tyler Lillard earlier in the year, but really, so it's Lillard, Sparks, and Mantanona are his wins, and they have him at 8th. I think that's generous.
Well, I
don't know if I would put him above
I think it's
Patty
more
Gallagher.
telling. Well, I mean, what has Patty Gallagher done, really?
Right. He should probably be, because right after Patty Gallagher is Bo Mantanona. Yeah. Okay. This is tough, man. This is not a great weight class right now.
Tough look. Make me sad.
Sad weight. But
we need
maybe it'll get
what's
better.
his name to come in immediately.
Ladarian?
Lock it. Yeah.
Maybe PJ Duke, or is he a 57
PJ Duke.
pounder?
Oh, hell. I mean, well, he's Penn State. Freaking Penn State.
Yeah, right. Forgot.
So
Okay,
lame.
and then the last thing on the docket here.
What are they gonna do, man? They're so screwed.
What?
I don't know. I was just thinking about Penn State.
Their lineup? Yeah. Brendan Furman sent a photo. He sent a photo to me and he sent it to Ryan. I don't know if he sent it to you, Reese. I don't even know if he has your number.
I've never had any contact with Brendan Furman.
It was a screenshot of an Instagram post from Tyrant Wrestling, and it's of Bo Bassett getting his hand raised. Longtime Tyrant Wrestling official Titus Godbolt, one of the greatest names in wrestling officiation right now, has been selected as an official of the 2025 NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships. So you will see Titus Godbolt at NCAAs this year out in Philly. If you're a fan of the podcast, you're a fan of Titus. So that's the way it works.
Them's just the rules.
Them's the rules. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
So, it's getting
you
dark.
You can tell by the back of
my
you can tell that the time has come.
It's only 5:40. How is it so dark?
It doesn't get that dark for you?
I think it gets darker for me.
No.
But it's Reese.
No, would it be?
I'm further east.
Oh yeah. I was thinking north versus south.
That's part of it though, isn't it? But also
but east probably has more of an effect because you're right
this is a west facing window. You're in a north facing window. There you go. That's why. Okay. Thank you everybody for listening to the podcast. I hope you had a good time. Because I know we had a good time.
Sure.
Like we always do. So
giving Ryan the razzing Ryan. I love razzing Ryan.
Dude, you razz him up so easily, and sometimes I get scared.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get scared. So
we all love each other.
Yes, as we do as we are brothers. So see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.